We're somewhere here. Exactly where? And your answer better be the same as your wife's.
The Last of Us Episode 6 contains a variety of hidden facts and connections, ranging from Easter eggs to the original game to foreshadowing future events in Season 1 to laying the foundation for Season 2. Since its premiere episode, The Last of Us on HBO has made it apparent how faithful it is to the original game setting. That being said, here are 5 details from The Last of Us Episode 6 that you certainly missed. Number 1. Ellie's new room sets up a crucial sequence from The Last of Us game scene. Ellie is shown in her new bedroom in a later scene from The Last of Us Episode 6. A giraffe portrait hung on one of the walls in the bedroom can be seen in the background. This image quietly foreshadows a future moment that The Last of Us hopes to adapt because it is vital to the game. The incident in question is when Joel and Ellie come across a herd of wild giraffes in Salt Lake City. The sight may appear insignificant, but it is a stunning reminder of the wonders that remain in The Last of Us bleak world. Number 2. The concealed meaning of the big movie night. During the episode, Ellie abruptly exits a public showing of the romantic comedy The Farewell Girl in the middle of it. She may have stopped watching the movie because the topics were too close to home. At the start of the plot, the lead character Paula is abandoned by her lover in the classic film. When she begins to develop feelings for a man named Elliot, she begins to wonder if he will also leave. The premise of the film perfectly parallels what transpires between Ellie and Joel when he tries to separate them. Happily, neither she nor Paula are abandoned by the people they've grown to love by the end of their stories. Number 3. Ellie and Joel's argument in Episode 6 is nearly identical to the game The Last of Us. The scene in Ellie's bedroom with the giraffe image is also one of the most obvious parallels to the original The Last of Us game. The scene contains an important discussion that is essential to the development of Joel and Ellie's relationship. The argument in The Last of Us Episode 6 is nearly identical to the argument in The Last of Us game, with word-for-word components incorporated. The only notable variations are how Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey deliver their lines as Joel and Ellie, which is to be anticipated with TV video game adaptations such as The Last of Us. Number 4. Episode 6 introduces a significant Last of Us Season 2 character. Another significant setup for The Last of Us Season 2 is the anonymous girl Ellie who yells at in Jackson's canteen. This is Dina, a prominent character in The Last of Us Part 2 and Ellie's potential love interest. While the girl's name is not given, the resemblance to the game's depiction of Dina is uncanny and connects to dialogue lines from The Last of Us Part 2 that show Dina and Ellie met through Ellie eating Jackson's meal. All of this points to the girl playing a significant role in The Last of Us Season 2. Number 5. The Last of Us Episode 6 campfire scene predicts the heartbreaking Part 2 scene. Before being escorted to Jackson, Joel and Ellie spend the night in the Wyoming wilderness by a campfire, which sets up something shown in The Last of Us Part 2. Joel and Ellie reveal their passions when discussing what they will do after their journey is complete. Ellie discusses her interest in astronomy, which sets up a future moment that will most certainly be featured in The Last of Us Season 2. This scene is from The Last of Us Part 2, in which Joel brings Ellie to an astrology museum that is important to the story's thematic components.